we have seen how to uh, set all this workspace and align our coordinates so that we can easily draw this. And we have some basic geometric shapes. I hope you have explored all these options. And if you face any difficulties creating all this, let me know. I'll solve it. Okay, so right now it is aligned with the front view. My XY plane is aligned with the front view. So now let me get back to the normal coordinate, that is WCS. Now, suppose if you have any plan, okay, so let me open any plan drawing. Just a second, guys. Let me see. Okay, so one of my student has completed this file. Let me open that. Okay, so let me open this one and let me maximize this one, maximize this viewport. Okay, and now let me have it and let me change it to realistic. Okay, so don't worry about this. These are all the lights. I will definitely demonstrate in the later classes how to put lights and all materials and everything. Okay, now suppose you have this plan. Are you asking anything? Your voice is breaking. I can't hear you. So we have a polysolid option to create wall-like objects. Okay, in this AutoCAD 3D, you can create a wall-like model with the help of this polysolid. Avadut, are you asking anything?
No, sir. No.
Okay. So, how to create this polysolid option? For that, first you have to mention height and width. So about the height, that will be uh, the right dimension. If you are going with the millimeter, so as per that you will provide. So right now within this file, the unit is feet and inches. So as per that height is set, and about the width, you can specify about the width, like 10 inches will be the width, or what is the right width as per your drawing. You will be specifying that width, and then you have to go with the justify. So the justification is by default placed at the center. Now if I go with left and right, so as per that you will be placing it. So the justification is like if you have this uh, 3D model, so you can go with the center, so you will be placing with the center point, and you can go with the left as the justification. So the placing point uh, will be the left side of that model. So as per that, you can choose. Let me go with the left, and here you can see that this is the left. This is the left one. Okay, and the thickness is not right. Let me check the thickness with the distance. Let me check it. So 9 inches is the thickness. Let me go with that. Width 9 inches. And now justification is left, and this is the left side. If I place this 3D model, okay. So here you can see I have created this one. So from this point to this point, so it's like a 3D polyline, you can understand, a poly solid. So the it has the features like polyline, but about that width and also that you can also specify, right? So it will continue with the segment. If you are creating continuous segment, it will create a single element. So let's go with this endpoint, and from that end to this end. Okay, like this you can go for it and you can close it. All right. Now, if you have any doors and all, so how you can make it? So let me quickly create all these windows and doors and all. So for that, what I'll do, let me quickly create this wall. Let me go to undo. Sorry. Yeah, so this is created and you can press enter. Now you can go to top view there. You can now make it wireframe, and there you have created this space for your window. So let's create one box for the window from this to this. And what will be the height? So it will be like 4 feet, and that you provide 4 feet. That height is provided, and it will not be started from the floor. It will have some seal height, so that you have to provide. Select that box and then go to control 1. And for the Z position, you will provide that seal height value, that is 3 feet, enter, and that is placed on that height right now. And now what I'll do, I will subtract. Okay, so let me show you in this realistic view. Right now it is merged, and what you have to do, you have to go for subtract. So this is the first element. This is the first element. Select it. After selection, press enter. Then the second element which will be subtracted from this volume. So you will be selecting it. Then make sure you have on this selection cycling so that you can have this window, selection window, so that you can select this specifically and then press enter. And this one is subtracted right now. Okay, this part is right now subtracted. So this way you can create it. Okay, all right. Here,
Hello.
hello.
Sorry, sir, but please repeat this. I missed actually. When on you when you selecting that 2D na from the this start please.
About this creating this
About
one.
yeah, this for this one.
Okay, so you go to 2D wireframe so that you can see this, right? You can see your 2D diagram through this walls even. And then what you do, you can go with the box so that you can create a 3D solid for this box volume. Okay, so that is the first corner and that is the second corner that is created, and you provide the height. You know how to create the box and you will follow the steps. So this is the first corner and this is the second corner, the opposite corner, and then you provide the height. But that will be placed at the XY plane, right? At the floor. But your window will not be started from that floor. So what you will do, you will select that box, go to control 1, and there you will find out position Z, and you will change the position C from the seal height. That height you will provide and you will be shifted to, and then you will go with the subtract. So you will select the first element, then press enter, then the second element, then press enter, and it will be subtracted, and it will be like this.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, so simply you can do it. Okay, now let me see where she has created chazas. Okay, she haven't provided any chazas. So let me open any another drawing. Just a second. Okay, so right now, let's go with that. Let me create. So let me go with this wireframe, 2D wireframe, and outside there is one window. So for this, let me create one window there again. And so I'll go with the polysolid or this box. So this will be the first point, and then this will be the second corner, and then I'll provide the height. So let me go with the height as 4 feet and press enter. And now let me change it. So you can see that it is placed on the ground. So I have to change the position Z that is on the seal height that is placed. And now I'll subtract it. So I will go for the subtract. This is my main element. Select it, press enter. And this is your second element. So make sure your selection cycling is on. Select it, press enter,
So,
and right now it is subtracted.
when you selecting the position Z, it means the height of the Z axis.
Yeah.
So it means it will be changed through the height of the window.
So that box was placed at the bottom,
Yeah,
and I have shifted the position of Z at this height.
yeah.
So that's the simple thing.
No, if I change, if I want to change the height of the window, so
So
what can I?
for that, you also have some options. Okay. Let me just show you. Sorry, just Control Z. For this one, Control 1. And here you have this height option. So
Okay,
do check. You guys are not checking properly. So you have to check all these properties and all. You have to know what are the properties of each you have. So do check, practice well. You have near exam is near.
okay.
So let me let me subtract it again. Now let me create a chaza. Suppose you have a box chazas. You want to create a box chaza. So for that, what you can do, you can create one rectangle out of it. So for that, you know that if I even create, it will be created on the XY plane generally. So I can, what I can do, I can change my view, right? But it will not be all the time. It will waste my time as well. So what I can do, I have another option like I can align with the face so that if I select this face as per this face, it will align it. You see, as per this face, it is aligned. Okay, so right now it's asking you to accept it. So just press enter, and now you can see that your XY plane is aligned. You can choose this way as well. So right now, let me get back your world. Now AutoCAD gives you another option that is called dynamic UCS, so that without changing your UCS, you can align your UCS or get the result as per the object face. Okay, so as per this phase, this is the XY, and towards you right now it will be the Z direction, or this direction will be the Z direction. So if you have to on the dynamic UCS, that is controlled by F6 functional key. Right now dynamic UCS on, and right now dynamic UCS on, you can see dynamic UCS on. So I controlled it with the F6. So right now, when you have this dynamic UCS on, you can create any object on this face. So right now, if you go to create any object, so you can choose any face for any object, and that as per that face, it will be the working plane. You can see uh, your UCS icon. You can see your UCS icon. This is the XY plane, and this is the Z direction, right? So your UCS will work dynamically. So right now let me do one thing. Uh so let me take this rectangle and I will highlight this face, and as per this face this rectangle will be created. So from this face to this face, I have from this point to this point I have created that uh, rectangle. Okay, now let me go with the offset, and what will be the offset distance? So let's go with like 6 inches, enter, and let me select this rectangle, and I'll create another offset. Okay, now what I can do, I can go with this press pull option. So if your Chaza has the same component or same material with this wall, so then go for this press pull. Why? Because if you specify this boundary, so uh, just a second, my system is lagging. Just a second. Let me go with this press pull.
Sir, hello.
Hello.
Sir, can you teach once again like how to build a 3D wall along with the windows, sir?
I'm creating the windows, right?
Yes, sir, I have a doubt in it. I'm not understanding how to create the window means like 3D.
About the window, right? Like all the frame and panels that you were
Yes, sir.
asking.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, I'm going for that.
Okay.
Just a second. My system is lagging. I don't know why. Let me do one thing. Let me use 2D wireframe so it will use lesser graphics. So let's go with this press pull now. And this second, let me hide all this. So let's go with this press pull. Okay, so if I specify this area, in the previous class, I have mentioned how to uh, specify this with the press pull, and this closed boundary, this closed area will be taken. So this is the part, this will be the part of this wall. Okay, and then you provide the extrusion height 1 feet 6 inches, enter, and your box chaza is created. Right now, this is the part of this wall. This chaza is not a different object. It's not a separate object. If you if you go with this press pull, so it will be the part of this element. So the surface, uh, the area which is defined by those two rectangle, that area is extruded, and that area is the part of this element. Okay, so if you're applying the same material, then go for this option. Otherwise, do the same thing like extrude it, go for this extrude this element and 1 feet 6 inches, then again go for extrude this rectangle, enter 1 feet 6 inches, and then you have to subtract it. Okay, go for subtract, select the outer box, enter, and then select the inner box. So make sure that you have this selection cycling is on, enter, and you have subtracted. Right now this is as a separate element, and you can apply materials on this part, on this box as a separately. Okay, so this how you can create any kind of chazas you can create. Just create the shape. Okay, right now I hope you can understand on this face how you can create any shape, like how I have created that rectangle. Like that you can create any shape and you can just simply extrude it or do these operations like subtract, or like this you can apply it, right? Now let me just hide this, hide this object. Okay, so now what I'll do, I will create panel. Okay, and frames. So for that, what I'll do, I will create, I'll create another rectangle, or else what you can do, you can directly go for the box from this end to this end. So as per your dynamic UCS, you see that right now this is your XY plane, and from this corner to this corner, we'll create the base, and then we will define the height. So this distance will be the height. So let's specify this distance. Okay, so right now, make sure your 3D object snap is on. So for that, you can control F4. So right now it is on. Okay, so make sure that symbol is available in your status bar. You can go for this customization option, and there you can check your 3D object snap is not there. Right now it is included, and there you can go for all this like midpoint on edge, vertex, and all these things. Okay, so make sure whatever it is needed, only those snap points are checked. Otherwise it may create confusions. Your 3D snap points can make create it may create confusions. So let me go with the distance 9 inches. Okay, so it will be in the in this direction. So let me go with the control one, and then the height. this will be in the negative direction. Yeah. Okay, so you can see this one is created. And what I'll do, uh, I will create another rectangle. So for that, I'll provide this corner to this corner. And let me go with this 2D wireframe so that I can easily highlight it, or else you can go with uh, shaded with edges. This part you can also do it. Okay, and for the conceptual also, it will highlight all the edges, so you can easily create it. So let's go with this from this point to this point. Yeah, okay. And now let's go with the offset. So what will be the offset value? So the offset value will be, let me go with 3 inches. Enter. So let's select this polyline, and inside it will be 3 inches. And now what I'll do, I'll go with the press pull. So just a second. Let me go with the wireframe and go with the press pull. I don't know, my system is lagging too much for the press pull. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to simply press this area of this box. Okay, so you can just simply go with this press pull. Just select this and push, press it in this direction. Okay, you don't have to worry about the height. You will be pressing it and go for realistic, and that you have created. Okay. So this is the panel. Oh, sorry, this is the frame. Okay, and you can apply different material. If you have created any layer, particular layer, so that you can also mention. So let me go with the, let me see if there is any. Mm, no, she hasn't created any layer for panel. So let me just go with this window. So this is the panel which you have created, and now can create another line over there. Okay, can find out the midpoint. So for that, you can go with the midpoint on edge. Yeah, so from this edge to this edge, you have created one line, and then you can again go for this. So 1.5, select this line, specify the offset. Okay. Now let me delete the center line, and what I'll do, I'll go with this press pull option. I'll simply pull this. Okay, and this will be the height, and simply do it, and then you can create uh, some portion for the panel. Let me just do it, like it will not be like uh, So let me provide like 4 inches. Let me decrease 4 inches more. Sorry, sorry. Do it. Uh, Press pull. Select this area. Then minus 4 inches. That is available here, and here also we have to draw like uh, let me draw one line there, and uh, offset. Let's go for the offset. So the offset will be 1 inches. And let me select this line. Not vertically, it will be just a second. Offset 1 inches. So remember how it was created. As per that, so while creating it, if you have activated this one, so as per that it will be created, and if it is like this, so as per that your offset will be applied. So make sure this one from this to this is created, and about this line let me delete it, and about this line let me delete it. So let me quickly go for the offset, enter. Let me specify this line. It's going in this direction, in the Z direction. Okay, so let me go for creating this line. Okay, I have to create. Let me create it. One. Okay. Now do this in this also. So for that, let me go with this. Let me copy this. Okay, and then go for press pull. Then press in this direction. So let me go for again 1 inches. Enter. Okay, so you have to put the negative value. Okay. Okay, just a second. So let me apply on this side. Minus 1 inches. Let me go with the press pull again, and let me define this area and -1 inches. Yeah, that is applied. Here you can check. Okay, so let me go this. So -1 inches. Okay, select line, right click, select similar. All these lines are selected, and you can press delete, and there you have created this one. Okay, and what you can do, you can place the box, while creating the box, make sure the plane which you are highlighting, as per that it will be created. So be sure. Okay, and then specify the height and create this, or you can copy this. So let me copy it, and then you can change the materials. So let me select these two items, and there let me change it to this material there. And for this, what I'll do, I will change the transparency for this layer A glass. I'll change the transparency. So let me go with 60 and let me click on OK. And there you can see this one is created. Okay, so at the last we will see how to apply materials, apply actual materials. So right now I'm just working with the layers. Okay, so this how you can create, and let me just select this. So now let me show you how to create your doors. This one, how to create this door. So for that, suppose you have this polysolid there, and let me, so this is the distance. Okay, go the polysolid width, provide that distance, enter, and there you can create it. Okay, so about the next point, you can specify it. So just a second, polysolid, the width was specifying, so that is 1/2 inches, I think, and the height you will be specifying, and then you specify the justification. So that is your left point. Sorry, just a second, guys. About the width, I don't know why my system is lagging today. Uh, okay. Okay, so about the door, let me go with the box. And for that, have your 2D view. So let me quickly create the opening there. So, and that will be 7 feet, enter. Okay, go for the subtract. This is your main element, enter. Then the second element, enter, and that you have created. So the opening is created right now. And let's go for realistic. Okay, so the opening is created. And now what you have to do, you have to create the this frame you have to create, right? So for creating this frame, you have to choose sweep, because you can extrude it in the vertical direction, but you cannot continue it in this horizontal, and the whole frame, you cannot make it continuous. So it will be really difficult if you want to like create with the extrude option. So you have to extrude it vertically, and then for uh, placing it horizontally, you have to create another part, and then you have to union it. So there will be lots of steps. So with a single step, you can make it. So go for lesser steps if you can make it. So uh, let me create 3D polyline. Okay, so let me go with 3D poly. We have, so this will be the first point at the midpoint, and let me let me do one thing. Select it, right click, and isolate object, so that this will be present in all over my screen. So we have that 3D poly option. So this one is the 3D polyline icon. So let me create from this mid to this mid, and then to the midpoint of this. And then come here. You have created it. Press enter. That is done. Then you can right click and go for isolate, end object isolation, and all the objects will be back again. Now you have to create this profile. So for that, let me create the profile with the polyline. So I'll choose this. And then I will close it. So the profile is ready right now. This is the profile, and our path is also ready. So now let's go for the sweep. Select this profile, press enter, then select the path, that is the 3D polyline, and there you have created this. Okay, All right. In a single command, you have created it. So let me just change it. Okay, right now I'm just changing with this layer so that you can easily identify. Okay. Now about this panel, you can simply go with the box and from this end to this end, and then to provide the height that will be till this, okay, that you have created. And if you want to open it, so right click and then go for rotate gizmo, and you know where it will be placed, the base point where it will be placed. So it will be placed on this midpoint. Click on it, and then around the Z axis it will be rotated. So provide the angle. Okay, that you have created, and you can go for more creativity. You can apply more things. You can create all the things, like you can create hinge and all this, and you can create some design for your door as well. You can make this as a dynamic block. You can make this 3D solid as a dynamic block. Okay, so the steps will be followed same for applying this as a dynamic block. Okay, so this how you will be creating all the components. I hope you have understood. So these are the steps, and you have to apply these steps. So the modeling part is same, like creating any object, you have to apply these editing part, these editing tools, this sweep or this loft or revolves, and this press tool and all. You have to choose this. So you have to identify as per the model what will be the tool combination, how you to choose it. Okay, like this one I have applied sweep. You can do it with another step, with any different step you can do it, but you have to identify which will be the suitable step and which will be uh, the easier one and which will save you time. So go for it, practice it, and complete any plan that I have provided. Or if I haven't provided any plan, if you have your own plan, go for it. Go with that plan and create a 3D model from that. So that's all for today.